I think that MPs who are in favour of illegal immigrants breaking into Britain should be made to put them in their own homes. Many MPs have two houses, one in London and one in their constituency. So they've got the room. Here's Labour MP Clive Lewis saying he's going to support a migrant hotel in Norwich.
Some of us in Norwich will be gathering outside the Brook Hotel. Now that's where they keep migrants and asylum seekers who've come to this country. And we know that the far right may be turning up as well to protest, hopefully peacefully, outside the hotel. That's their right, but it's also our right as citizens of Norwich in this country to stand there and protest in support of people who come to this country looking for help.
So Reform MP Rupert Lowe just asked Clive a reasonable question. He said, oh, hello. He's asked the Home Office to establish a scheme through which MPs supportive of illegal migrants can house one in their own homes. And he asked Mr Lewis if he'll do just that. What does Clive Lewis say? Well, it took him nearly half a day to come up with this pithy response. He said that Roops is kicking the vulnerable. He says he's asked the Treasury to hit him with a wealth tax. I mean, I think it might be worth Mr Lewis just reminding himself, actually, that Reform's Rupert Lowe gives his MP's salary away to charity every single month. Clive Lewis will not be housing an illegal immigrant. Instead, he wants communities right across Britain to have migrant hotels forced upon them and for taxpayers to have to pay for it. He doesn't seem to care about women's safety as hordes of young men from the Middle East and elsewhere descend onto Britain's towns. But then he has got a bit of form for this. Here he is appearing to make a joke about oral rape at an event a few years ago. Now, just in case you missed that, he says, and excuse my language here, on your knees, bitch. On your knees, But of course, he's a really nice guy. Yeah, he's a really nice guy, which is why he appeared to simulate someone committing suicide in the House of Commons.
However, I have to say in this regard that when he talks about...
And he really, really cares about Britain, which is why he made such a big student politics-esque song and dance over not pledging allegiance to the King.
I take this oath under protest and in the hope that one day my fellow citizens will democratically decide to live in a republic. Until that time, I do solemnly, sincerely and truly declare and affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles according to law.
Keir Starmer says that he'll get tough on illegal migrants, but no, he won't. He voted against tougher asylum laws 14 times when he was in opposition, and his MPs, like Clive Lewis and Nadia Whittome as well, shouting in his ear, saying stuff like this. The right continues to blame collapsing public services on migrants and refugees, and we must never accept that false narrative. Yvette Cooper, well, there she is, we know how she feels, don't we? Hashtag refugees welcome. And loads of Labour MPs are, or were, heavily involved in the radical pressure group Hope Not Hate. Guido Fawkes reports that government whip Anna Turley is both a director and a member of the Board of Trustees. Labour MP Sarah Owen is vice chairman of the group's parliamentary group, which is made up of only Labour MPs, by the way. Another of the campaigning organisation's directors also happens to be a prominent Labour MP and TUC communications Director Antonia Bant. Chairman of its trustee board is newly elected Labour MP Gurinder Singh Josan, reportedly. Hope Not Hate openly gives advice for people seeking asylum in Britain. Right? There is no way that Starmer can get tough on illegal migrants. No way at all. These people are, in my view, total hypocrites. They should all be made to put illegal migrants in their own homes.